Jenny here. Today is Monday. So, update from the weekend. On Friday, Cassie and I had gone to the Korean consulate in Chicago, and the weather was nice enough that we were able to walk to the Chicago Bean, and we got to see that. So I have that whole video regarding us seeing the Bean, checking that out, and how that all was. So that was pretty neat. And then on Saturday, Wayne and I loaded up the desk into the car and took it to go donate. We knew that it was going to be cold this week, like below zero wind chills and all that, and it was time to get the van back in the garage. So I was hoping, granted obviously wanted to sell it. I had it on Marketplace and it didn't sell. And secondly, I was hoping to get it taken care of by last weekend, and that didn't happen. So this was the weekend. We were able to get it in the van, not a problem. We went to the Habitat for Humanity restore, and unfortunately they wouldn't take it because they said it was made of particle board and that it would break too easily as they move things around in their store or something. So that was a little sad, but I thought, okay, I asked him if he had any suggestions, and he had mentioned of course I'm going to forget what it is now, not the Salvation Army, because that was one of them that I was thinking of going to, Saint Vincent de Paul. And there's one in West Bend. I don't know where the other one is. He's like, yeah, look it up on your phone. So okay. I'm like, well, let's try a couple other places that I know of. So we went to Grafton to Family Sharing. It's a place that the Girl Scouts and I have gone to and checked it out, how they work and the whole kind of story behind that business. So it's kind of like a Goodwill, but not. You do donations there. They have a little store, but their store is like half the size of like a Goodwill. And I know that they also have people get vouchers. So if by chance they've been, in a fire, if they've been, out of work, whatever, if they're working with an organization, they can get vouchers to go in there and use it towards buying, clothes and furniture and things like that. So we found that business, and they were able to take it. So yay. She was kind of like, ooh, a desk, yeah. She was, even though they're kind of low on inventory. Usually she doesn't take bigger items, but they were kind of low, so she, had space for it or something. So very happy about that. I thought, obviously there was a reason I didn't go to the restore. Obviously it's meant for somebody maybe in the Grafton area to, again, go to a good home. It was a very good, sturdy desk, so I'm hoping it's going to find another good home for many years, that someone will get some good use out of it. So that was taken care of. So that was a good big thing, done. And what else? Wayne changed out the hinges to a door. Ooh, exciting stuff. I asked him, our bathroom door upstairs, the hinges were rusting. And again, we've been in this place since the 90s. They were built in the 70s, so different things are still original in this house. That was one of them. We tried changing out the actual doors at one point in time, and because of houses shift after they've been around for a while type of thing, so the door didn't just fit straight on. We had to kind of cut a door to make it fit into the door jamb area, and that didn't go so well. So we thought, you know what, forget it. We put the original door back up, and we've just had those. But again, they're fine. It was just something that we were going to change them out, but in any case, we changed out the hinges, so that's nice. That looks nice now. I know he worked on the medicine cabinet last summer. The medicine cabinet is metal, so same thing, when you open up the door, the inside was rusting. So he nicely sanded that all down and then painted it with the Kills paint, whatever that's supposed to be good for being in a moist area. And so slowly we get little projects done. That was done. We got to video chat with Mandy. I think that was actually our Friday night, so that was her Saturday morning. So she was getting ready to go out. Fridays was the end of the week for her. She got her, kind of pretty much a full weekend. Started on Tuesday to Friday. She explained how her classes work to us, because I'm like, okay, I'm visual. I want to hear details. I want to know it all, and kind of give me the story, give me the layout, and then I'm good. and then it'll just be, regular stuff from here out. But I was like, how does your day work? So she sent me the schedule of she sent me a schedule of her day or something, and then she sent me the schedule of like the week. So there are certain days, like Monday she teaches science, and Tuesday she teaches, I don't know what, if it's gym or history or, you know, whatever. It is a total English speaking class. So even though she does know a little bit of Korean, she is not to talk Korean to the students. She is only to talk English. She does have a teacher helper, and that helper also speaks English. I believe this helper is Korean. So I asked Mandy, I said, well, if the kids are goofing around, I'm like, can you maybe even at least in Korean say, like, you know, nicely, I said, hey, knock it off, settle down. And then they would kind of know that, ooh, she knows Korean. She knows like what we're talking about. If they're 4 years old, they probably don't even think that far ahead, but, and she said, no, she's not able to do that. She's not able to speak in Korean. She could say it in English, but again, the kids are still learning. So, but the co-teacher can take them out in the hallway and speak to them and bring them back. So she said her morning class is a little bit more antsy. They're a little bit more difficult. And then she has an afternoon class. I guess she has 2 different afternoon classes. One of them has another 6 students, I think, 4 or 6 students, and then the other class only has 2. And those classes are better. They listen a little bit more. So she has a book from the school of what she's supposed to teach, how she's supposed to, she goes through the book and goes through what she's supposed to be teaching. So that's okay. They are supposed to teach their classes a song with some movements. So I guess at the beginning of the year, the teacher kind of picks out a song, creates a little choreography for it, and I think at the end of the year, they do a little show for the parents, either during graduation program or something like that. Then each class does their song. So Mandy's had to learn that. So after a week, she did pretty good. She sang us about half the song, and then she was like, well, there's a movement like this, and there's a movement like this, and then there's a movement like this. And then I'm like, okay. She goes, yeah, and again, the morning class is not really wanting to do it. And so it's a challenge. The school knows it's a challenge. Like the principal knows that it's a challenging class for her. So they've also been through a couple teachers. So I think 2 of the students are kind of like, you know, yeah, they haven't really had a teacher for a long period of time. I don't know how long the first teacher was there. Trying to think too, I don't know how many months the class has gone on. This class graduates in March. So Mandy has like 2 months with them here. So hopefully they'll settle down a little bit knowing that, okay, she's here to stay. She's going to be our teacher. She's not just going to leave type of thing. But one of the other teachers that they had, I guess, had a family emergency or something and had to leave. So then they had another 2 teachers that were kind of interim. And now hopefully Mandy will be the steady teacher, the permanent teacher. So so it's got those details. The other teachers have also been very nice in helping her out and, you know, talking with her and inviting her out. So one of the nights in the middle of the week, they went out for dinner. And then on Saturday, like I said, the one teacher invited her out again there was like 1 or 2 other teachers that went out. So the one night when they went out, they went to dinner, then afterwards they went to do some karaoke. So there were like 3 of them that did some karaoke. And then Saturday, there were about, again, I think there were 4 of them. And they took the bus into Seoul and they met up with another former teacher and had like a lunch with them. And then the one gal had like a nail appointment, invited Mandy to go with her. So they did that. That took a couple hours, I guess, so it was dinner time. So then they had dinner together and then decided, well, you know, go out for a drink or so. They did that and then they were tired, so like they went back home. So that was nice. She had a whole day out and about. And so that's very nice that she's making friends with the teachers. There are 8 teachers in her school. So that's nice. That it's, you know, it's a small group, and again, like everybody seems to get along. They've been friendly and all that. So that's good. What else? Cassie's update. She got her dorm. She got officially accepted into her international dorm and was able to choose a room, which is kind of odd because like Mandy wasn't able to do that when she did her thing at a different university. But then Cassie also just got notification of, well, like, even though you chose a room, you know, we may assign you a roommate or to a different room. So I guess depending on how things go. So we're waiting on that. And then he kicks in and my little signs go. Yeah, so again, like I said, when we get her visa, then she'll get her ticket. So that's about it with her. She has a teeth cleaning appointment coming up, which is nice that she'd be able to get that done before she goes off. It's Mandy leaving for you. Mandy had her teeth cleaning appointment like this week. So unfortunately she wasn't able to go. So she's gonna have a year without, which should be fine. Other than that, like I said, yeah, we have below zero weather happening. We have under a winter weather advisory. It had one of the news things that I saw said for 85 hours we were supposed to be under below zero wind chills. So it started last night. I think our temperatures yesterday, I think it got to a high of 3, maybe 5. But the wind chills were like -10 all day. Today, I know Cassie looked it up as she was heading in and she said same temperature again was like 3 with a -20 wind chill. I know it's supposed to go to a -30 wind chill tomorrow, and then by Wednesday it's supposed to warm up again. So that's the way that goes. We get our week's worth of below zero weather, you know, zero-ish weather, below zero wind chills. That's weather in Wisconsin. So other than that, I don't have really any plans this week. I did do 2 food videos last week that I need to edit. And what else? Hopefully get that Chicago video up today. It's already after 1. I spent 4 hours editing it yesterday and I have to finish it today. And work on those other videos, and I have to call. I need to get my port flushed because it's been 3 months, end of January. So I think it was the end of October I had my CT scan, and my next CT scan isn't for like another 3 months. So I need to make an appointment just to stop in and get that flushed out. And I think that's it. That's all I can think of for now. So anyways, that's the beginning of the week. I will pop back in later and stuff, and if anything else comes up this week, and report on that. Otherwise, we will finish this out come the weekend and get this weekly update up. All right, today's Tuesday. It's 27 degrees in the garage. I've got water out here. I grabbed one of them, and it's already, it's ice. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me grab another one because I could see that one's water. So I grabbed one that was water. I took it in the house and it iced up like right away. So I'm like, oh, I want to video record that. So I put one off to the side and that one turned to ice already, which is too funny. I wonder how these are. Okay, those are water because I've got cans out here and I don't want them to explode. There was one year that we had cans explode out here. That looks the watery. This one here is. Why does this one look like water and this one looks like ice? So, you'll see this. It's almost like one of those snow experiments where people take water outside and it freezes. So here we go. Pretty interesting. So, whee! This is water. We'll take it in the house. And we'll see if it will do what the others have done. This is the first one I brought in. So that one's all ice. But it was just neat to see it just turn into ice. I'm sure, is this one not gonna do it? I didn't think I had the other one in the garage that long that it iced up. Well, too funny. This one's not gonna do it. That's what I get. Like, sure, let me just get this on film. Oh, there it's starting. There it is. Can you see it? Oh, there we go. Maybe because it was in my hand. That is just very cool. Let's see. Is it going? Oh, my phone's in front of it. Yep. Now it iced up all the way. Let's see my handprints on there. But I've never seen that before. It's just cool that it kind of moves around in there. Wait for it to thaw. Oh, here we go. This one's a little thawed on the bottom now. It's warming up a little bit, but it's just funny. Happy Monday! Monday morning! Ooh, chilly out. Sun's shining. It's supposed to be one of the warmer days though. It's been a little cool. We had a couple warm days and it's supposed to get cold again this week. But anyways, I'm at the doctor's office on the parking lot. Time to get my port flushed. So that's what's on this morning's agenda. Then we'll go home and I've started cooking some beans today. So bean and ham soup. But for now, let's go get the port flushed. And then just because it's the beginning of the year, it's a Monday, I bought a bag of Hershey's for the staff. So helps them start their week off good. We're gonna take the stairs instead of waiting for the elevator. Because you know what? I can. So let's get as many steps in as I can and keep this body moving. Alrighty, port flushing is done. It went really well. Woo! She said, yep, working great, no problems, no issues. 1, 2, 3, that was done. I gave the receptionist a bag of chocolates. She was very excited about that. Of course, the receptionist wasn't there for the moment, and so I waited, and then she came up to the front, and she had a little plate full of 2 donuts and a little square of like a 7-layer bar thing, and then some strawberries. I was like, oh, you already have some treats. So like here I was thinking, oh, beginning of the year, and it's a Monday. Like I brought some chocolates in for you guys, and she's like, oh, that's so sweet. So they were happy for that too, anyways. But so yeah, and then when I was getting my port flushed, I mentioned something about the treats, and she said that this gal, the receptionist, was transferring to a different clinic. So that's why they had treats. A little going away for her. So I'm like, yeah, I've seen her there multiple times as I've come and checked in. But then the other issue is, I forgot about it until I was checking in, and we have new insurance. And sometimes I try to put it in online when I do my pre-check-in and stuff. And the one time I did it, it didn't seem to take, whatever. And I thought, it goes really quickly when I just give it to them and they know what they're doing, and boom, 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 and then it's done. And it's, again, it'll be done for the year. It's January. And she was trying to put it in, and the machine, the computer, it wasn't taking it. It wasn't accepting it. There was no choice for like that insurance. And then there's people lined up behind me. So she's like, tell you, I'll get back to you. Just go ahead and wait, and I'll take care of it and stuff. So got the port flush done. She took care of, the other people that were in line, about 5 people behind me. But anyways, by the time I got out, she had like one other person she took care of, and then I went back up there, and so she was trying again to put it in, and then I explained to her, I'm like, you know what? When we changed insurances, went ahead and checked online right away to make sure that all our doctors were in the system, and they were, yay. So our insurance is accepted by Aurora, but our oncologist wasn't on there. My oncologist wasn't on there. And when they had the work meeting, after like they first changed over to this insurance, they had a meeting with the company and stuff. One of Wayne's coworkers had mentioned that, oh yeah, that happened to me too. It's a matter of like that doctor or that office like didn't like tick that box that they accept that insurance. So again, Aurora as a whole takes it, and because he works for Aurora, he takes it. But if by chance they didn't check that box when, I don't know, whenever they renew all their insurances or something, it may not be in their system type of thing. So I explained that to the receptionist, and she was like, oh, I understand what you're saying. Yep. She goes, okay, we'll tell you what. Let me just take a copy of your card and let me figure it out. Because she tried calling someone and nobody was answering. She's like, I'm not going to make you stand here and wait. She goes, if there's any issues, we'll let you know. But I'll figure this out for you. So yay. Hopefully that will get all taken care of, and that'll be done. It'll be good for the year. Because so far, I don't have any appointments then until March or April. I have to double check again when my next CT scan is. I think it's in April, because that's why I was pretty sure why I wanted to make this appointment now, because then I have another 3 months before my next CT scan, and then they can access the port for that. So other than that, I don't have any appointments on. I have to check on when my annual GP appointment is, because I know I'd seen her in February when I was first diagnosed, but then I'd seen her a couple other times, and I don't know which one of these is considered kind of like the annual checkup. So I'll have to get that appointment in too. But other than that, I think I've got the tire light warning on the car. So I might, as long as I have the car and I'm out and about, I will go to our mechanic and get the air pressure fixed in the tires. And there too. That should then hopefully be good for the winter. We won't have to double check that again. We got new tires on the van in December. And as Wayne says, it's like a different little type of whatever you call it, nozzle on the tire. A little bit either shorter, or so it's got a little bit harder, like when you go to the gas stations to try to put the air in. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to do it. So I figured, well, I'll just go to my mechanic, and he's got the equipment and he should be able to do it real quickly. And then that'll be done. So getting to be a little errand running day here. All right, Wayne just reminded me that we have an oil change appointment with this van next Monday. So I can wait a week to get the air filled in the tires. That'll be fine. It can last. So I'm just going to go home and have breakfast, as I have not eaten yet, so that'll be a good thing. I'm hungry. So that will finish off this video. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had an enjoyable weekend, did something fun, doing something that makes you smile, and that you are all healthy. So you guys keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.